Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is Joe. Welcome back to the FutureSwell YouTube channel. I'm a marine biologist, and today we're going to be reacting to some of the most talked about shark attacks in the Jaws movie franchise. And if you haven't seen the Jaws movie franchise, then all I can tell you is it's a horror movie based on shark attacks. And they turned sharks into like a man-eating killing machine and just run crazy with it. And this franchise is pretty thorough. They have a lot of different movies out there now, and you can see a whole bunch of spin-off movies that really took the world by storm in the area of shark horror, all based around sharks being like a man-hunting killing machine. When in fact, that's not actually the whole story. But let's jump in and see what kind of shark attacks we got today. If you guys haven't already, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Turn on notifications so you can stay up to date on all the videos that we post here on the YouTube channel. And check out some of the other reacting videos that I've done. We post one every month, and we post a bunch of other videos every month as well. I don't know why he's yelling no whistles. That doesn't make any sense. Sharks can't hear out of the water. This is the best way to attract a shark. It's full out panic swimming like this. Man, these people are just like running each other over. I've never been at a beach when the lifeguard is actually like whistling for a shark. I've never actually seen that, so I don't know if this is how it would happen, but I would assume it's not this crazy. Like they're just, it's like an all-out panic. Oh, there it is. There's a shark. It's a freaking prank. You get in so much trouble doing this. Okay, here's the actual shark attack. And this was filmed in Martha's Vineyard. There's like a little bridge right here, and I actually jumped off of it. It's called the Jaws Bridge. But a lot of the shark attacks that Jaws is based off of is from the Cape Cod. And that area is just very densely packed with great white sharks because there's a very big population of gray seals there. And that's what the great white sharks are eating over there. And there's like a saying where if you're in 4 feet of water in Cape Cod, you're within a mile to 20 great white sharks. That's why I only swim in 3 feet of water or less to like reduce my odds a little bit. A shark! Oh my gosh! But see, nobody's gonna believe her now because they just had this like whole fake shark attack. Oh my gosh! They actually had like a robotic shark, and they like zoomed it through the little lagoon there. Yeah, these guys are they're oh man. Why was it so slow? It just like snuck up on him and was like, I'm gonna take a little bite. Yeah, great white sharks they're way more of like an ambush predator. So I guess why they wanted him to sneak up on the person, but like they're going to like full throttle attack. They're not just gonna be like, hey, you mind if I take a little bite? All right, next shark attack. This one's we're on a boat here. That fin is just, that's like a megalodon size fin. That's not a great white shark or any shark that I've ever seen. That's massive. I also like how he's using this like tiny pistol to like attack this giant shark. I don't think that's going to do any damage. Okay, very sensible cage diving experience. I would do this with a great white shark. That sounds like a great time. I've done this no cage with the sharks here on Oahu. I also never want to see a tiger shark or a great white shark on accident. If I'm jumping into the water and I know they're in there, that's my own fault. But I don't want to be like swimming and then be surprised like this with a great white shark. A lot of times the sharks will ram the cages because a lot of these companies will bait and they'll have the bait kind of like hanging around the cage. So when they come in for the bait, they'll like miss and hit the cage. Oh my gosh, but this one like destroyed the cage. It's like bent already. Oh wow. This reminds me of that one video where the shark got stuck into the cage. That would be pretty terrifying because it's just thrashing around and you have nowhere to go. I don't know how this guy's going to get out of this. Boop. This would definitely hurt. Great white sharks have a bite force of 4,000 pounds per square inch, which is over 25 times that of a human. Plus, they have almost 300 teeth in their mouth that are constantly replaced. And some shark species even have serrations on the teeth so that instead of just like impacting the flesh, they like saw and tear through it and then they rip it out. And I just can't imagine having that like clamped down on your leg or something like that. I would be yelling just like this guy. Yeah, swimming at night is not necessarily a bad decision because sharks are more prone to hunt like at dusk and dawn. But at night, you are definitely like at an increased disadvantage to at least knowing what's in your surroundings. Plus, she's all alone, so. And it looks like she's pretty far out because she's by this buoy. That's pretty accurate. They do thrash their prey around, so they're definitely going to be doing that if they latch onto something they think is food. I just can't believe no one's heard her. I feel like that was a pretty accurate shark attack. Just based on people's like stories and like things you see on the internet about people witnessing shark attacks, I feel like that was a pretty accurate shark attack. So kudos to Jaws for at least making something unfortunate like that realistic. Yeah, I don't know. There's just some places where like regardless of if the shark doesn't mean to bite you, there's some places where like I don't think I would be going out and swimming, especially like alone and out in the deep, just because I know that there's a lot of shark activity there. One of those places is Cape Cod. Another one is like certain areas in South Africa and even California. Like, unless you're like really passionate about whatever you're doing out there, there's just some places where, at least have a buddy. I like how this one guy's just running around yelling, get him out, get him out. And he's not doing anything. Oh my. What's what you wanted? I mean, this is what he gets for shark fishing. I can't believe it just took the whole dock. I'm telling you, these sharks are just like blown out of proportion. These are megalodon-sized sharks. These are not great white sharks. Well, that's all the reacting I have for you guys today. And while the Jaws movies are fun and like a good time, they did get a few things wrong about sharks. And the biggest thing is that sharks are not inherently dangerous. And in the movies, they portray them as like vengeful, hunting, killing machines that are just targeting humans as prey. And that's not the case in real life. Like, That's all science fiction. And a lot of the information in these movies is based on like shark science and shark theories from the 1970s, which just really didn't give the full picture of how sharks interact in their environments. And again, most of the times that sharks actually interact negatively with humans is when they are mistaken them for a seal or another animal like a turtle or something like that. And most shark bites are just a case of mistaken identity. They're not actually like going out there to attack humans or eat us as prey. And that's where a lot of these shark attacks kind of get it wrong in the movies. But I will say that a lot of these shark attacks do seem like they're a pretty good representation of how it would actually happen if you were attacked. I don't think they're going to be jumping on the back of a boat and sinking a boat or like ripping a whole dock off. But the one in the cage and a lot of the ones where they were like getting taken when they're swimming alone, those are very realistic if you listen to other shark attack survivors or people who've witnessed shark attacks. One thing I think the Jaws movies did a really good job of is make a lot of environmentalist and pro-shark conservationists, because it did highlight them in such a bad light. I think a lot of people were inspired to actually go out and study the sharks, and that's why we have so much more information on them now, and we can look back on those movies and really critique them with more of a scientific perspective. And we understand that sharks are a keystone species in a lot of different environments and are worth protecting. So if you want to learn more about sharks or anything in the ocean, give us a follow, check out our Instagram, and ask us some questions in the comments and we'll answer them for you.